Bienvenidos esta semana en el Poder de la Música, Sheila E. Me da mucha alegría poder compartir esta breve conversación con ella. Sheila E. es una destacada percusionista, cantante, compositora norteamericana. Es conocida por la versatilidad musical, por la impresionante habilidad que tiene en la batería, en los timbales, en la percusión. Nacida de una familia de músicos, el talento de ella la llevó a colaborar con artistas de renombre como Prince, con quien tuvo una relación muy cercana, profesional, personal. Su estilo único, además que es pura mezcla de pop, de funk, de jazz. Es un sonido muy distintivo que la ha convertido en un ícono de la música contemporánea. La trayectoria de ella abarca décadas. Sheila E. sigue siendo y cautivando audiencias con toda la energía, con el carisma, la pasión que tiene por la música. Y es que recientemente lanzó un nuevo sencillo de su próximo álbum de salsa, el primero en su historia en salsa, Bailar. La canción Bemba Colorá, que originalmente había grabado Celia Cruz, y ella la reimaginó, y con la participación de Gloria Estefan y de Mimi Zúcar. Y, inspirada tal vez en la admiración que tiene por las leyendas de la salsa y su deseo de rendirle homenaje a la rica historia del género. Y este álbum Bailar, por cierto, se lanza el 5 de abril, que es una obra coproducida por el ganador de Grammy, Tony Zúcar, que tiene colaboraciones de Rubén Blades, de Gilberto Santa Rosa, de Luis Enrique, entre otros. Así que aproveché para hablar con ella un rato, con Sheila E., sobre su carrera, de este lanzamiento, obviamente, de lo que para ella significa el poder de la música. Ella es Sheila E. Sheila E., this is like a dream come true. I don't know how to say that in English, for me. So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Even virtually. It's an honor.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I have so many questions through the years because I've been following your career since you started. And I guess the obvious question is, what's the secret to be relevant for so many years?
Being transparent and being true to who you are. You can't fake any of this. And I love what I get to do. This is my purpose. It's my passion. And it's who I am. And if I can continue to learn and be a student of life and just be who I am and the honesty and the truth of it, then I will be here forever.
That's beautiful. Last Friday, in the International Women's Day, you launched something that it's very dear to not only, I would say, the Latin community. I would believe it's very dear to women and men who really respect their roots in any race, in any country, in any part of the world. Because Bemba Colorá is a song that I believe is one of the songs that not too many people in many generations knew about Celia Cruz, but it says so much about roots and about believing in ourselves and about respecting who we are. Why did you choose Bemba Colorá for this launch of this new album?
Well, when I wanted to do this salsa record, I wanted to pay homage to at least 3 artists that I grew up listening to and even was able to perform with and hang out with. And that was going to be Tito Puente, because he and my dad met when they were 18, before I was born. And being around Tito was just everything. And he introduced us to Celia Cruz when I was younger. Celia Cruz was just amazing, just her passion for the music and what she had gone through as a person, and to be able to play music and sing music and be who she was. Just that drive as a woman, so strong and so passionate and graceful, and beautiful. And I always loved her and loved her music. And Bemba Colorá was a song that I loved. And I knew that I wanted to put a little twist to it, which was, in the beginning, play a rumba so I can take a conga solo while we kind of present you into the atmosphere of what's getting ready to happen. going into the song itself, and then the halftime where it slows down, I wanted to play drums, and I took a drum solo. I was like, I don't think anyone would think about taking a drum solo on Bemba Colorá. And they're like, oh my God, that's like, yes, you have to do it. I was like, I mean, I feel like that's what I would do as Sheila E, and take a drum solo. So I did that, and it's you don't want to mess up a song like that. Like, only so many people can do that, and to do a cover song and make it right. The arrangement was incredible. The team of people that came up with the arrangement and the ideas, we all worked well together. Tony Sukar helped produce this record with me. He's amazing. And I kept thinking about who could I have sing on this that could do it justice, because I'm not the singer. It's not going to be me. I'll play the percussion and drums. And the first person, of course, would be Gloria Estefan, because she's queen. She's everything. And she's my friend, and she's family. And the passion that she has, and knew Celia as well, it's like, it has to be her. And so I called her to do it, and she says, of course, and I sent her the arrangement, and she just freaked out like, oh my God, this arrangement is incredible. So knowing, for Gloria to really enjoy it, she loved it, and she just killed it. I mean, it was the icing on the cake. And Mimi Sukar was someone that wasn't expected to sing on it, because I wanted at least 3 or 4 women to sing on this song. And Mimi came about because of Tony Sukar's mom, but she wasn't famous. Now she's famous. It was like 2-3 years ago. But I wanted her to sing on this record. She wasn't singing then. And now here she is, and she was able to sing on the record. So to have Gloria and Mimi, Gloria has her tone and who she is. Mimi has a low, deep, raspy voice. And after I heard it, I ended up going back in the studio. I told Gloria, I was like, now you're going to make me go in and try to sing some Spanish, because I got to sing with you girls, It was so much fun. I love that song. I love who Celia is and how she represented herself.
There's so many things after what you just said that come to mind, because you have, before we get into I want to get into Bailar, which is your first salsa album. And growing up, Sheila E, as a daughter of a musician that we all know, your father, Miss Pete Escobedo, who's also legendary. When was that moment that Sheila E said, I'm gonna go into the instrument or the instruments that make the most noise in the house?
Well, my dad started it, so it was already noisy, because he was already playing every single day, and jam sessions. And I watched him play, and as you and I are looking at each other, I watched him in a mirror image. So he played right-handed. So, but whatever his right hand would do, my left hand would do, and whatever his left hand would do, my right. And I just played on my lap, and I played on the pots and pans. And when he got up, I sat down to play. And later on, none of us realized that as I was playing left-handed, set up as a right-handed player, because I was watching a mirror image, and that's my style of playing. Not many people play like that. So instead of playing right-handed, I play left-handed, set up for a right-handed player. The same thing with the timbales. The cowbells are set up for right-handed, but the timbales themselves are backwards, and they're set up for left-handed. I don't even know how that happened.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But it works for me, yes.
But you are right-handed, so you're ambidextrous?
Yeah.
Oh, because one of the things that I respect, I'm a frustrated musician. I've always said this. My daughter, our smallest daughter, who's a musician, she says, "Daddy, you cannot say you're frustrated. That's a negative word. You have to say that
yes,
that you are a musician in evolution or something like that." But the real thing is that I really respect someone who plays the percussion or plays the drums, man or woman, because dividing like all four, how and now knowing that you started like a lefty, but you are right-handed, is there something that you think that happens in the brain of a person like yourself when you play music, when you hear music?
Oh, for sure. Because even, right now, the interesting thing is like playing this salsa record and playing the different parts. Either I played bongo, or I played conga, or timbal, or drums, switching the instruments. And some of the songs I'm doing multiple instruments. And I'm now trying to figure out playing these specific rhythms. And now I'm singing in Spanish, which is not my first language, trying to play these rhythms. I'm going, what the heck? And then I'm playing drums and I'm singing salsa. I'm like, what the heck? So you're splitting but I can't even think about it. I have to, so now I'm, to play this performance that we have coming up, which we can talk about, but April 3rd, at the Fillmore in Miami, April 3rd, we're playing the entire album from top to bottom with almost all the musicians that are on this record. And I'm learning my parts now again because I did them separately. Now I'm having to play together and then sing. I'm like, this is very challenging.
And you know what? Now that you say bailar, I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but probably I'm wrong. But you have served so many genres along these years.
Yeah.
But is it this first album, salsa album?
First ever.
Why?
First ever.
When I say Sheila E and your music and seeing you in my mind in front of the timbales, I would assume that this would be like your fifth salsa album.
No.
Why wait so long and why now?
I didn't realize I hadn't done a salsa record until I saw Tony Sukar play, and then I hired him to play on my cruise, his entire band, and I'm like, this would be so dope to do a salsa record. I need to do it. I want to do it with you. He's like, yeah. And then 2 years gone by, and then it took another 2 years. So it's been a minute, but I've played with many salsa artists, with Cachao, with Tito, with Celia, Ruben Blades. I've sat in, Luis Enrique. I mean, I've sat in playing percussion. But the thing is growing up being a Latin jazz artist, we don't really listen to the clave much. And the clave was something we were never really taught. We were, we learned self-taught. My dad never really played and worried about the clave as something that people talk about in salsa music, which is so important. So every time we sat in, we would sit in with Tito's band. Tito would, he says, don't listen to those guys. They know you don't know the clave, but you just play you. And I'm like, but what part am I supposed to play, Papa? It doesn't matter. You just play that. It doesn't matter. So, we never really learned that. So to play salsa music, it has to be specific to parts. And those are challenging for me because I didn't grow up learning that. None of it until recently.
Right. Sheila, I know we have 1 minute left, and I have two questions in one, and then we're done. And I'm thank you for this time, and really, it's really a pleasure and honor to meet you. If you look at your credits in the music and the people who you have collaborated and people that have collaborated with you, there are hundreds of names, literally hundreds of names. One pops up because I'm a fan of Prince. How was that in your life as a musician? And the last one would be for Sheila E, what is the power of music?
Well, with Prince, I mean, we had a great time. I met him in 76 or 77, something like that. And he was just becoming an artist. He hadn't even done his first record yet. So musically, we had a great time because I introduced him to Latin jazz music and my family. And he's just like, oh my God, I've never heard this music before. I don't even know what this is. Where'd you guys come from? Like, he always like, what planet are you guys from? And so introducing new music to each other and the things that he liked. And the reason why he was in the Bay Area in Oakland, where I grew up, born and raised, was because of Carlos Santana and Sly Stone, wanting to be in that atmosphere of those musicians that he loved so well. And at the time, my dad was in Santana, and they were recording, and saw this young kid next door in the studio by, producing everything himself. So it was an amazing journey musically being with him, because we shared so much music together. And that's what we did best, was share music and create music together. Just amazing. Your second question was?
The last one was for Sheila E. What is the power of music?
The power of music is, it surpasses all languages, music does, and it surpasses ethnicities. It brings all ethnicities together in a room. I tell people all the time, it's like you come to the music because you love music. And for me, music is love, love is God, and God is music. And if it's because I have this gift that I'm able to share my gift with you, that is such a blessing for me, is to share to bless one person every single day. The gift that I have is not for me to keep, it's for me to give. And so you have come to this room because you love music, and I love music, and it's my gift, and this is my gift to you. And that's how powerful it is.
That would be a glamorous life ending, perfect. No pun intended. But thank you, Sheila E, for this time, and éxitos con Bemba Colorá, éxitos con bailar. I know you understand a little bit of Spanish, so muchos éxitos, Sheila E, y siempre bienvenida. Always welcome. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
You're beautiful. I really, really, really love you, and thank you everyone for helping doing this.